Hello, I am Max from Test Drive Blogs, and today we're doing something a little bit different from everything I've really ever done in this channel, which, if you don't know, if you didn't see the video I did where I was kind of like changing around my setup and whatnot, this is what it was for. So, I'm a big gamer, of course, as probably many of you know. Used to do Let's Play videos of games on an old channel. I had that channel going for about 6 years, and I just couldn't keep up with it anymore, so I went down to downsize to one channel, which is the channel you're watching right now. But I've still had that itch to do video game videos. So basically what we're going to be doing today is our first something. I don't really know what it's going to be called yet, but actually this is one of the reasons I bought this DSLR. I want to change all this stuff around to where I could have an easy setup to record stuff like this. And it's kind of there. It still needs some work, but I think we're gonna be able to do some good stuff. Also, if you'd like to skip past me just talking about everything and actually like get to where the gameplay is, there'll be a time down below on the bottom of the screen. Like I said, I used to do Let's Play videos of games, and now I have teamed up with my friend Thunder on the channel known as HGCentral, and I'm going to be actually uploading some videos there as well as on here, but they're going to be a different kind of videos. Like those are going to be straight up Let's Play videos. Not much editing, just playing through the game, whatever. On this, you're going to be... I don't really know what it's going to be yet. We're just going to play a game and see what happens. So, of course, I'm a big fan of classic racing games. It's what I grew up with. I started gaming on the original Xbox in about 2004, somewhere around there, 2003, 2004. And I have quite the collection of games, as you may have seen in my setup, or whatever video that was called. Yeah, I have quite the collection of games over here. And what we are going to start off with is actually a game that I have out. Project Gotham Racing 2. I don't know how well you can see this, but this game is one of the original games that I bought. It is also it's tied with about 3 other games for my favorite racing game, or my favorite game of all time. And it's just a super fun arcade racing game, and let's go ahead and play it. So to start off here in the game, you come to this here main menu where it actually has Xbox demos, which if you hit it, it will take you kind of to a dashboard kind of thing. And there's actually different demos for games and trailers and stuff like that, which is where I originally saw the trailer for Rally Sport Challenge 2, which made me want the game, so I got the game. You have Instant Action, which is basically just put you in a race right now. Profile Manager, which is where you can load your profile, create a new profile, or edit the profile. And then you go into this menu where it's basically the main menu of the game, or the single player, or just, I guess, the game in general. So you have single player, multiplayer, which you can still do System Link on via a thing that me and some friends have done. Options, which are very simple. PGR2 demos, where you can see races in cities and stuff like that. Credits, sound and music, which this game has a fairly interesting soundtrack in it. Profile, which is where you can see your records, how many miles you've driven, time playing, all of that. So we'll go ahead and head on into single player, where we have Kudos World Series, which is basically the career mode, which I actually did a Let's Play of this game if you'd like to watch that. With it has a little bit less of a filter on what I say, but there will be a link in the description to go to my old channel, and you'll be able to see a full playthrough of this entire game on gold difficulty, or hard difficulty. You come over here, you have street racing, time run. It's actually arcade racing, I should say, where it's just races or whatever. It's fairly simple, like the career. Kudos, I guess, are really how you they're not really how you progress through the game. They're more of like, once you get enough kudos, you can unlock kudos tokens, which will buy you cars, and that's pretty much all they're really used for. But sometimes you need those kudos to get the car, because all the cars, each class is fairly balanced, but it's not like as balanced as it could be. And then, of course, over here on the far right, you do have Time Attack, which is as it says. You can either pick car mode or car challenge, where the game puts you in a certain car, or you pick the certain car, and the game picks a track for you. Or you have Circuit Challenge, where you get to pick both. I also have the DLC, if you noticed. The Paris Booster Pack and the Long Beach Booster Pack were both DLC for this game, and you can get them off the internet if you know enough about soft modding and whatnot. So we're going to go to the Kudos World Series first off. And we'll just, I don't know. I think the Sport Utility Series is fairly interesting. So there's a hot lap we could do. We'll try and do this on Platinum difficulty. So you basically want to pick the best car, which fun fact, the best car of this class, or the best vehicle of the sport utilities, is the Porsche Cayenne Turbo. And you can change your color, move the car around with your right thumbstick, just to see it, all that. So we're gonna pick this. We're gonna do it in green. Why not? Manual transmission, and then there's where you pick your difficulty. So we'll do expert, platinum, and see if we can do it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to win this because I haven't played this game in a while, but it's worth a try. Welcome to Edinburgh. There's a lot of cities in this game. There's everywhere from Edinburgh, London, to all kinds of stuff. Hey, look, this car was... Oh, no. It was green whenever the last time I drove it. Or whenever I got the record, I guess. Oh, God. SUVs don't handle as good as cars. And one of my favorite parts about this game... Well, one of my favorite parts about any games that have it is this game has a... On the bottom right of the tachometer/speedometer, I keep hitting walls. On the bottom right of the tachometer/speedometer, you do have an analog, whatever that is, odometer. That's what it is. I forgot the word of the thing that I like the most. As you can tell, I can get kudos from sliding. You can get them from clean sections of the track, aka not hitting walls and losing the kudos, which is the and the red thing you saw earlier when I was hitting every single wall. And you only have one lap to actually beat these hot laps. But if you do a timed run, you can get 2 or 3 laps, sometimes more. But I lost, so whatever. And of course, since I've won this before on a different difficulty, whatever. You can get kudos breakdown, where you can see how many kudos you got for each stunt or whatever. And you can see my best kudos was 3744, which if I don't get better than that, no matter what difficulty I'm on, it won't give me any more kudos. You have to beat that much. But if you do win, you do get more kudos from the game. Like I think it's 1,000 kudos for steel, then 2,500 or something like that. I don't know. It's a certain amount of kudos you get per thing. And we'll just go ahead and go into street racing here because I can show you actually like. Let's do this one since I got on bronze. So we'll go for the hard gold, and the game automatically puts me in a car for these. It's just kind of a predetermined car, track selection, all of that. Graphics wise, this game is actually like really good for being an original Xbox era game. Even though it was a fairly late one, this one came out in 2005 or 2004, a year before the Xbox 360 came out. And here's where you get to see the AI for the first time. Of course, they just pick cars from the class that your car is in. Sometimes there'll be multiple cars or multiple copies of one car in each race or whatever. Depends on, I don't know if it's random or what. The only kind of weird thing about the way this game looks is that some of the cars are very misproportioned. Like the 2003-ish Ford Mustang Cobra. That car is very off from its real-life counterpart. I've also driven this car a lot, 202 miles. And also this is my original profile from when I first got this game back in 2004, I think. I got it when it was new. I didn't pre-order it or get it on the day that it came out, but it was still only a few months old whenever I got it. So I've had this game for a long time, and that's why I have 298 hours played. So yeah, races are fairly simple. Just get in a certain place that the game tells you, and my target is second place, so I just lost because I got passed because I hit a wall. Oh well. I have yet to actually win a race in this game. Well, in this video, I should say. The sounds are very interesting of the cars. Some of them sound okay compared to their real-life counterparts, but some of them really don't. But let's go check out one of my favorite parts of this game. Actually, I need to go back. Let's go to this. If I just go to the car selection, you have a garage or a showroom. We'll go to the garage first, just to kind of show it off, which, as you can tell, which has all your cars in it, but you can also hit Y, and you can walk around and look around the garage, just kind of free roam. So I think that's really neat, but I think the next feature that I'm going to show you is a lot neater. Well, actually, if you do come over here, I think you can turn on the radio from the right. If you come over here, you can actually play the Geometry Wars game, which is a game developed by Bizarre Creations, who made this game. And it's a fun kind of 2D something or other game. Also, I like how every single car in this garage is backed in except for the SSR. But the SSR is also the worst car in here, so I guess that's maybe why. The Volvo's eh. Volvo XC90 is pretty meh too. I don't know which is actually faster between it and the SSR. But there are overpowered cars for each class. But now we'll go to the showroom and show you where the real magic happens. One of my favorite parts of this game. So here we are in the showroom. As you can tell, you start out by looking at the cars. These are actually the cars that you win for completing various difficulties of the career or the Kudos World Series. And if you win like I went from bronze to bronze to gold, and I unlocked 2 cars, so it's just whatever the highest one that you've won is, which this one is platinum. Obviously, I've not done this game on platinum, and I don't think I can. So yeah, so you start looking at that, but then you can look up here. You have all of your different areas. You can tell. Actually, I think DLC cars are over here. I don't know. We'll head this way though, and it's kind of neat. You just kind of walk around, but it actually tells you like which cars are down this hallway. These are on the left side. These are on the right side, of course. So you just kind of walk around. You can look at all the cars. You can buy cars. Like, I don't have this NSX unlocked, so I can just do this and exchange Kudos tokens, which I won't do as of right now. But it's definitely, I don't know, it's really cool being able to like walk around your collection of cars. So, yeah, another thing I'll show you actually in the next room, which is going to be Ford. You have all of your cars in here, of course. Here's the Mustang that I was saying was oddly proportioned. It looks decent, but like from the back, it doesn't look that great. But we'll go ahead, take this car for a test drive, which is another cool part, because it takes you, it shows you a little animation of your car going out of the building, and it actually takes you to a completely like separate track that you can't get to otherwise in the game, which is basically just of this little test drive track. Sadly, the mileage isn't saved all the way up to here. It's little things that show how the developer of a game cares about like doing something out of the box or whatever. Because like I've never seen another game that's had like a showroom to where you can actually walk around the cars besides like Test Drive Unlimited 2, which was released 7 years after this game and is also a fairly bad game, but it has a few different interesting aspects to it. And yeah, this is a neat little track. It's not very long, of course, just for simple test driving. My record is 51 seconds, which I think, if I saw right, it was a Porsche 911 GT1 I used, which must have been recently because I just unlocked that whenever I finished this game a few months back. And Mustang will get the time of 1:08. Nice. So you can just exit to the showroom. You can see all the stats for the cars as you go by. Audi, Volkswagen, and Porsche down here at the very end. Another cool thing about this game that many games didn't have at this time, I will show in a second. Which car would have it? I think this one would have it. So, this game, as you'll see whenever I get going fast enough, it has active arrow that works right. Which, I don't know. Again, it's with the little features that I really, really like. And then if you stop, it goes back down. Just cool little features like that are what makes me happy about a game. Definitely an interesting car list, too, in this game. Like, you have the Porsche 911 Turbo 996, Porsche 911 Carrera Coupe 996, Porsche 911 GT3 996. Like I said, like the Volvo XT90s in this game, not in very many games. Audi TT Roadster, Audi TT Coupes, the Volkswagen Beetle RSI, BMW Mercedes. I think there's an interesting one in here if I'm right. Yeah, there's the X5 4.6 IS, which I think Forza 3 had something similar to that. I'm not really sure. If I'm right, there's actually a BMW M3 CSL. So, oh, that's in the DLC. The Mini, for some reason, all these cars have Chinese, Hong Kong. I don't know. Is that Japanese or Chinese license plates? I don't know. Anyways, ML55 AMG from the early 2000s. How many games do you know that has that? And also, if you didn't realize, this is where the cars, it shows the animation of the cars going out to the track, which is in the main room where you first start. Neat little feature. or neat little thing that they like basically showed you where it is. So you can tell we have more cars on this side, and then you can see Xbox Live over here. I think is there 3 rooms? No. You have 1 room over here for DLC cars. Now GT2 Club Sport, Dodge Ram SRT10. This was one of the first games that car was in. Radical SR3. Don't know many other games from this era that have that car. So we have 1 more room here, which has almost nothing in it. It has the M3 CSL, as well as the Ariel Atom 2. Another car that's wasn't in many games until like 2009. And then for our last room over here, we have Porsche 356 Carrera Speedster, Ferrari 250 Testarossa, the TVR Cerberus Speed 12 Live. I don't know why there's 2 of them. There's one that's normal, which was the car that was actually covered up in the main room. And then there's the live version. Whatever. Corvette C6. First year for that car to come out. Ferrari 280 GTO. BMW 645 Ci. Another car you don't see in games very much. And the Ferrari 365. It's got a fairly diverse car list. Quite an interesting mix. Like this game has a lot of weird cars, like concept cars and stuff, like this Delfino Feroce or however you say it. I don't know. It's a very odd looking car, but it's also a very fast car. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and quit back to the main menu here real quick. And I think that's really about it. This game does have day and night racing and also rain racing, which isn't dynamic like it is in PGR4. But it still looks pretty good, so definitely changes the style of handling that the car has. And that's about all this game really has to offer. If you'd like to see me do a video on another game, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. And also if you enjoyed this, let me know, because this is very experimental. Also, just another thing, I was going to record like a face cam kind of thing for this, but my camera didn't record. I hit the record button and it didn't record, and I'm not going to go back to record it again. So that'll be in the next episode, hopefully. I'll make sure it gets in. All the links you guys need are in the description below. And thank you for watching. I'm out of here. See ya!